Hello, my name is Jeremy, and this is an app that I'm developing called Stylie. I've made screencasts about Stylie in the past, but I wanted to update you on some cool new features that I've added in. The basic usage paradigm is pretty similar to what it was before. We have this little ball animating across the screen, and you can see the path here, and we can take the starting and ending points and drag them around. We can also define specific easing formulas for the different axes. So for here we want to choose ease in out quart for the X, and let's choose swing from for the Y. So we can make a nice little dip here. And just like before, you can hit the shift. You can hold the Shift key, and we can rotate the different keyframes here, the starting and ending point. So we can see that the ball is rotating around. And also for the rotation, we can define an easing formula. The cool new feature that I wanted to show you is multiple keyframe support. So if we go to the Keyframes tab and we select Add a Keyframe, we can see that one was added to the end of the animation. We can also hit the K key to do the same thing. These keyframes work just like the other keyframes. You can move them around, define rotations. It's pretty cool. In the Motion tab, we have various little settings. We can show or hide the path or center it. And we can also define custom easing formulas, which we can then use in these little drop-downs here. Now, if we don't want to animate a little ball, or if we want to animate some arbitrary piece of HTML, we can just click the HTML tab here. We can see that this HTML snippet is actually what's being animated here. So let's remove this and give it an H1 that says, "Hello world." And now we're animating around this little header. So the whole point of this whole app is to generate CSS code so that you don't have to write it by hand, because trying to make something that's this intricate would be very difficult to do in CSS. So if we click the CSS tab, we can see that we have all of our code generated for us right here. We can select whatever vendors we want to support. So if we want to make cross-browser compatible code, we can do that. The thing to be aware of, though, is that an intricate animation like this can be very verbose. So you want to keep an eye on the output. Let's pare this down to WebKit just for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you how the CSS code works. If I go to About Blank to get a blank HTML page, let us add an image here. So let's go to Recapi, since I've got it open in a tab, and I'll copy the image URL. And let me just modify the body to add an image tag, img. There we go. So let's animate this. Let's take our animation code over here and just copy it. Go back to our new tab here. And in the head, we're just going to create a new style tag. Just paste that. There's a whole lot of code. And then end the style tag. And there's one last thing that I forgot to do, and that is actually give this image a class. Let's give it the Stylie class, which you can define and customize in Stylie, so it doesn't have to be a class called Stylie. And there it is. We are animating this logo, and this is not being done in JavaScript. This is all pure CSS. So it can harness the power of the graphics card in some cases to make for a very smooth animation. Stylie is an open source application, so if you just click the header here, you can have access to the source code. It's distributed under an MIT license, so you're free to do with it as you see fit. I hope you find this tool useful, and definitely let me know if you have any issues with it. Be sure to just fill out a GitHub issue or a feature request, and I'll answer as soon as I can. Thanks!